So let's talk about something we all have, a dream. But more importantly, let's break down what it really costs to make that dream a reality. We're calling this one the price of a dream. You know, it all starts here, right in our heads, with a vision of a different life, a better life. It's something every single one of us does. It's where every great story begins. But here's the catch. Dreaming is the easy part. It's free, it's comfortable, but actually having the guts to go after that dream, well, that's a whole different story. That's where things get interesting. So what is it? What's that thing that holds so many of us back? Let's call it the dreamer's paralysis. It's that huge, scary gap between wanting something and actually, doing something about it. I bet this picture looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? For a lot of people, this is it. This is the perfect life. The big house, the nice car, a steady job, a happy family. It's a really appealing vision. But honestly, its comfort can be a kind of trap. And that right there, that's the paralysis we're talking about. People get so in love with the idea of this life that they spend years, sometimes their whole lives, just thinking about it, just waiting. The dream stops being a goal and just becomes a nice little fantasy. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. They think successful people just got lucky or they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. But that's almost never the real story. So let's pull back the curtain and deconstruct what success really looks like. Really think about it for a second. Every successful person you see, did they all come from wealthy families? Did they just wake up one day and have it all handed to them on a platter? The answer is a huge, resounding no. The vast majority of them started out as ordinary people, just like you and me. They had a dream, sure, but they also had one other critical ingredient that set them apart. Okay, this slide really lays it out. You've got two mindsets. The dreamer just thinks, waits for the perfect moment, and stays cozy in their comfort zone. But the doer, they take that thought and make it a clear goal. They don't wait for opportunities. They have the courage to start now. They chase the dream. It's a total shift from passive to active. So the real question is, which one are you? But here's the thing about becoming a doer. That courage, that action, it doesn't come for free. It has a price tag. And that brings us to the real cost of ambition. You've heard it a million times, right? Nothing worth having comes easy. Well, dreams are no different. They demand payment, not in cash, but in sweat, in time, in sacrifice. It's a currency of hard work, and you have to pay it all up front. And this right here, this is the absolute core of it all. The sacrifice can't be a hobby, something you do now and then when you feel motivated. No, it has to become a necessity, like eating or sleeping. Those hours you put in while everyone else is asleep, that's the down payment on your future success. Okay, I know this all might sound a little abstract, a little bit like a motivational poster. So let's get real. Let's look at a story that proves this whole idea of sacrifice and persistence actually works. Let me tell you about this young guy who came from a poor family. He started with nothing. No money, no connections, no safety net. The only thing he had was a dream. And look, this wasn't some overnight success story. This was a 4-year marathon. For 4 straight years. While other people were sleeping, he was training. While they were relaxing, he was pushing himself, running every single day. He was relentless. And then, finally, after all that time and effort, he got there. He achieved his goal. So what kept him going through all of that? What was the secret sauce? It was this simple, powerful promise he made to himself. I will not give up. Never. When you have that kind of commitment, giving up just isn't an option anymore. Let's be totally honest here. If he hadn't made that choice day after day, if he hadn't paid the price with all those sleepless nights and grueling workouts, what would have happened? Simple. His dream would have stayed exactly where it started, as just a dream. And that's why this story matters so much, because it's not just about him. It's a blueprint. And it brings this whole conversation right back to you. Your future isn't written in stone. It's the direct result of the choices you make starting right now. Just think about tonight, for example. You have a choice. On one side, you can spend your hours just consuming, watching a movie, scrolling through social media. That's the passive path. Or you can spend those same hours creating, studying for that exam, working on your goal, building your own path. That's the active path. And here's the kicker. Nobody can make this decision for you. Not your parents, not your friends, and definitely not me. You, and only you, have to decide which road you're going to take. The person you'll be in 5 years is counting on the choice you make today. So it all boils down to this moment. When the day is done and you have those few precious hours to yourself, what's it going to be? Entertainment or effort? Consumption or creation? The simple answer to that one question, what will you do tonight, could literally define your entire future.